Today we will read from My Good School, and essentially we will work on the topics of innovation, why we need as teachers to really prepare ourselves better. Why do we need to change so many things? Why do we have to be learners forever as teachers? We keep talking teaching, teaching, teaching. We need to flip the equation and start saying learning, learning, learning. Because teaching will not be innovation and design, it will be just following a product template. So we're reading chapter Innovation and Design. We're on page 66. Innovation and design. Is the education space helping us innovate, or are we simply preparing the students to do assembly line work? That's the question. The more uniform systems, curriculum, and structure we put in place, the less our education system will deliver on innovation and design. Now you look back history in the old Gurukul system. There wasn't much of a structure. We just lived together. The community just did things together. They learned so much more. That was experiential learning. So that's why we are talking of innovation in learning and the joy of learning. When you give a block of wood with two basic tools like a mallet and a chisel to a young person, we make the person think, design, and evolve. If we give Lego blocks, a kit to assemble an aero model, or simply use templates, we will stifle design and creativity. The kits and uniform building blocks are good business sense for all marketeers, less effort for teachers, and easily help build prefab models which are misinterpreted as creation in our education system. So all the kits you are getting through your tinkering labs are not actually making you think. You're just working on an assembly line and nothing more than that. When children are given a container full of Play-Doh, Play-Doh is plasticine, or our good old plasticine, that's what Play-Doh is. They make shapes and put thought in action. If we provide molds and templates with the Play-Doh, we make them use the shape and create a mere cast. Design is an evolution of vision and free thought, from chaos to order, from fuzzy logic to logic. The essence is freedom and the evolution of the mind. Jugaad, a frugal and flexible approach to innovation has been the true spirit of an Indian. Innovation helps us do more with less, generates original ideas, and pioneers growth. It all begins with an honest and true action guided by the free spirit of the young mind. Frugality. Frugality means limited resource use. Flexibility and flowing our instincts are principles we all learned growing up in India. Intuition and immense diversity are at the root of our best ideas. In the West, innovation is done in research and development, R&D departments. In India, innovation happens in every corner of the street. As educators and trainers, it is our duty to provide an environment that helps a free mind to design. And this is perhaps the only way to bring about innovation. The assembly line method of manufacturing built by Ford was indeed a way to mass produce with standards. And today we have China, the factory of the world. Israel, the famous startup nation, has the maximum number of new enterprises listed on Wall Street. Silicon Valley and the mecca of innovation finds that large part of design and innovation originated from Israel, that small country. To process and build is indeed good business, but to design and innovate has much greater value. If we do a Me Too and look at our competition, we waste opportunity. If we reflect and think, we will create. And this is truly what education must help us to do. We do not always need a replica. There is a limit to what we can do with an assembly line. There is a lot of our educators to learn from the way the people of Japan and Israel look at innovation in design. The charkha was believed to be a symbol of self-sufficiency during India's freedom struggle, where each household was self-sufficient and innovated to build the nation. We will be happy when innovation is able to solve some of the daily problems faced by us. Sorry. It is hard to believe that a caterpillar will transform one day and a butterfly will fly free. Innovation in design alone can make the mind soar and conquer new frontiers. In her piece titled, What Does Made in India Mean to the World? Kamini Banga says, Indian companies will find it very difficult to truly build a global brand till they invest in technology like Samsung and LG. India spend on R&D is about 0.9% of the GDP. This compares with China of 1.5% of GDP, which is absolute terms is second to the US. South Korea spends 3.4% of the GDP. Japan spends 3.5% of the GDP. And US about 2.8% of GDP. It almost appears that you need to spend about 3% of GDP to be a world-class leader in technological innovation. So I urge all of us to actually try new things, experiment things in the class. That's how you will learn. What does Made in India stand for? This is a very difficult question, and we need to ponder over this. Are we just the suppliers of low-end, unskilled labor force or high-quality managers and talent to the world? Teachers have to answer this question. If we want to lead the world and regain our lost glory, our education system and policy must encourage innovation and learning, not just focus on literacy statistics. Next time we go to a class full of innovative minds, we should make it our duty to help them think, design, and innovate. Think, design, and innovate. Please reflect today why think, design, and innovate is the best way forward. Think, design, innovate. 3 steps. Art and craft has been an intrinsic part of Indian civilization. And yet, we have not realized the true potential of innovation and design. The history of India shows our craftspeople were the leaders in design. The Taj Mahal, the famous forts and monuments that stand out in the world were all designed by the creative Indian. Aryabhatta, Tagore, Raman, Chanakya, many leading minds, and even the legend like Mahatma Gandhi were real innovators in their areas. Today, we are becoming an assembly line of Japanese design, a producer of crops grown from imported seeds, and sending out the best of Indian minds to empower nations all over the world. A teacher alone can help build a great India by helping the young people lead in innovation and design. Let us not ape our competition, ape, follow. But be original, as this alone will add the greatest value. Who knows, the block of wood a teacher gives to a student will one day produce another marvel in design. The true guru, teacher, today needs to be resurrected in our society. Resurrected, rebirth, reincarnated. And help the Shishya, student, reach their true potential. Innovation and design will only be possible when the teacher finds the rightful place in society and is able to be the true leader the society needs. The time is right now for us to value our culture, develop an open learning environment, and recommit ourselves to innovation and design. Gone are the days when we could pride ourselves with providing the world with engineers and doctors and do the low-end process delivery. We have to reclaim our true position as leaders and innovate to succeed. This is a short chapter on innovation and design. We have another 20 minutes. We will do another chapter today. This is the art of writing. So innovation and design and writing are linked. That's why I match the chapters to read together. I also urge you all to please join the WhatsApp group. So if you go inside WhatsApp, inside Good School Alliance, you will find a group called GSI Journal. Suman ma'am has the link. She's added someone today. Please follow us there and share your thoughts after the session there. That's free conversation space. But please limit it to the book reading and nothing beyond that. The art of writing in school. Now, innovation in design, we are talking of writing. Writing is much a part of design, and that's why I clubbed the two chapters together. In this world of electronic delivery, the art of writing could be the casualty. We all understand that. We live in an era of instant communication or are connecting with each other more. The need to be comprehensive in our writing is losing ground. SMS language, abbreviation, and slang are corrupting the art of writing very rapidly. Business at the speed of thought sometimes even pushes us to share information without thought and editing. Writing has character, a physical form, and conveys emotions far more efficiently. The written word is an art form in itself and is deeply personal too. With the proliferation of electronic and print media, who knows, the handwritten word itself may become extinct shortly. With touch and voice pushing us to new frontiers with gadgets, we may even end up with a paperless world in some years ahead. And that would indeed be a heartbreak for the romantics. The writer and the creators of the cursive writing form. There's a little interesting poem I'll read out here. This poem is going to be good fun. Beneath the rule of men entirely great, the pen is mightier than the sword, behold. The arch enchanter's wand itself is nothing but taking sorcery from the master hand. To paralyze the Caesar and to strike the loud earth breathless. Take away the sword, states can be saved without it. The sentence, if not the idea which has been expressed in various earlier forms, was coined by English author Edward Bulwer Lytton. This is 1803, 1873. And in 1839, in the play or the conspiracy by Richelieu. The term handwriting encompasses both printing and cursive styles and is separate formal calligraphy or typeface. Because each person's writing is unique, it can be used to verify a document's writer. So fake news can happen less, fake writings can happen less in handwriting. And I'm sure as teachers you understand what a good handwriting is. The deterioration of an individual's handwriting may also be a symptom of a result of a certain disease. Education at school starts with the learning of the alphabet and building up the art of writing. We all will remember how we first started our school with the single letters and then the joining of letters to make words, the formation of sentences, and finally moved on to the writing of statements and expressions. The most creative experience for me was of our English class teacher making us write a thought for the week. This was an even bigger challenge for me than to learn how to write. It made me think, have my imagination go wild, scribble and cross out, and finally have a simple and powerful handwritten piece ready for my Monday morning English class. Yes, we did not have the tools of word processing and perhaps no AI. Spent a lot of time thinking and imagining. And today, that thinking and imagining time is a casualty. And this is why the quality of writing was much better and perhaps more original too. In my secondary school years, our housemaster would push us to keep a journal and write a daily log, an excellent way to reflect, learn time management, and in a very subtle way, a way to help us improve our art of writing. Now the ubiquitous calendar apps keeps our logs and reminders. So we used to have a logbook which we used to use. And that logbook was really a form of thinking. You just sat down every evening to think, okay, what did I do today? Okay, why something to talk about, something to think about, something to record. The whole essence of that evening session when you sat down with the logbook was to think. While at school, we had to file our reports of school outings and midterm excursions with sketches and photos incorporated. The essays and writings of people were curated in museums all over the world, and perhaps when we go back to the archives in our schools, we will be delighted to find some of our very own original writings. Trust me, this will be a most treasured moment. And some years back, I did go back to my school, and in the archive, did find some pieces of mine which I had done in the school. At the Doon School, we have an archive. So, where for the last 80 years, we have records of every person, and in some way or the other, they were handwritten earlier, all the reports. So, the reports are there, they're part of the archive. In today's world, the art of writing is often a casualty of cut and paste. When I sit down to write my blog every 10th day of the month, I find that more than concentrating on my writing, I end up browsing. When we quote with reference, it is research and not copy. And this is perhaps what takes us away from the original way of writing and doing deep research. Thinking, scratching our heads, and coming up with eloquent prose. As the world becomes increasingly digital, writing becomes even more important. This is especially true for non writers. If you work in an office, the majority of our communications are made of text by email or instant messages. Whether you like it or not, your ability to exchange ideas, collaborate with others, and ultimately succeed hinges on the ability to write effectively. K. Stone has laid out a process to help us write faster, better, and easier. To follow up, here are 10 tips to help you improve style and substance straight from the pens of humanity's finest authors. Now you are encouraging writing. Step 1, cut the boring parts. Step 2, eliminate unnecessary words. Step 3, write with passion. Step 4, paint a picture. Step 5, keep it simple. Step 6, do it with love. Step 7, learn to thrive on criticism. Step 8, write all the time. Step 9, write what you know or what you want to know. And step 10, be unique and unpredictable. That's what makes a writer appreciated. That's what makes a writer interesting. Any change in the world must be brought about by the power of expression. And writing is indeed the most powerful form of expression. It is original, thought provoking, and when used effectively, will be the change in itself. How do we do this? Here you will find some examples of how the art of writing can be encouraged at an institutional level. Some practical examples. How to encourage the art of writing? Beyond the simple need to write an essay or do homework, the school may want to set up a literary club or a literary society. This will bring together young people with a shared passion. We have done that for the Sunday school at my good school. With peers in action, writing will definitely become very exciting. Have a writer's workshop at school. Send out entries for essays and writing competitions in the inter-school or national level. Use the internet to set up blogs and have students participate in online events and literary club chats. We do this. We have a blog for teachers. We have a blog for students. I only urge, wish, hope that some of you start writing. And I have been saying this for a long time that it is not about your coming to hear me read. It's about your expressing yourself. And then reading what you've written. You really appreciate it. When simpler, start publishing a school weekly or share information in groups. I'm encouraging you to share information in the GSI journal group. I'm happy to share as an example the school weekly of the Fab India School hosted on the blog backeducation.com. It took the community nearly 100 weeks to finally start enjoying working for the weekly. Today, the students look forward to Mondays, the day of the school weekly. In this media barraged world, writing skills, turn of the phrase, and secondly, put together information are of great importance. So it's important to use phrases and put your information effectively. At the Doon School, the art of writing plays a catalytic part in learning. The Doon School Weekly, DSW, written and edited by the boys, has been in existence since 1936. Sometime back, they celebrated 75 years of the weekly, and some of us were invited to write for that. I also wrote a column in celebrating 75 years of the school weekly, and is much awaited at Saturday morning breakfast. Prayas and Arpan, these are Hindi magazines. Echo, a biannual science magazine, are also written, edited, and published by the boys. The yearbook, the school list, the Doon School Information Review are some other key publications. They also have a teacher's journal now. A simple school newsletter can be made by using any average word processing software today. Microsoft Word has templates for school newsletters, and so do other websites. Even Google Docs is a good tool for self publishing. There are indeed many tools and software programs available for free. All you need to do is search for them. So please search for these tools and find some excitement in writing. I know we've just started as a reading session. The next step has to be writing. And once you get your reading and writing read, believe me, I mean, you feel that you are teachers, you don't need to do writing. I think you need to do more writing because you lead the world. You lead the world because your writing matters. So please write. Music and films today are not distributed with the same method and medium as in the last century. Books too are changing form. All this is perhaps a pointer that writing as a form may not be so personal anymore. However, the art of writing will always exist as it is the most powerful medium of communication for us. So don't worry about the form, it's the art. And like we say that should we be reading digital or should we be reading print? You should be reading, that's more important. So whether you're going to be writing with a pen or with a word processor, you should be writing, that's more important. The medium of distribution may change, but the power of the written word in any form will never be diluted. So the power of the written word is what keeps us teachers as leaders. So please, please, please use your power of the written word and start reflecting. I will share after this session this particular article, which I read today from the book. I have it on my blog. And I would appreciate if you share your thoughts below that about art of writing, why you think writing is important, or just write a line to get to practice. Think of something, make a limerick, make a two-line poetry. कोई ख्याल जरूर शेयर करें because reflection is important. So you may just write down what you took away from this session as a comment out there. So I'm going to easily explain that to you. So let me just see if I can help you how to do that. So I will share a link for this article with you. What we have read today, it's all there in this article. I wish what you share with us is just right here. Don't get confused by going to too many touch points. Just go below and out here you can comment. Right here, it's enter a comment. So let us say we write down today at JDS school we read about the art of writing. That's it. It's as easy as that. So write your reflection about today's session here. And now when I refresh this page, this reflection will come back. It'll come here. Yeah, yeah. Comments will come here. So it's not published as yet, so it will come here. I'll have to refresh this page. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you all for joining us for this session on innovation, on writing, and why writing is important. Thank you, Suman, for putting together everyone. We appreciate your time, and we know your bell is about to ring. Next time, we will read about the school bell. So get ready for the chapter on school bell. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. And please participate. I will keep saying this every time, and I'm sure at least two, three, four, five of you will give me the reward of participating. Thank you for letting me serve you as a teacher. Thank you for being with me this afternoon. Enjoy yourself, and greetings from place very far off, from way east in India. And I hope we will meet one day in person and read the book, My Good School, where passion meets education. All the best. Greetings to everyone at your school. See you same time next week.